Welcome to the Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium in New Delhi. 16 teams began this Hero Junior World Cup. These are the four, or rather the 8 remaining. So the 4 quarterfinals which will be played out today. And this will determine who goes on to win this 9th edition of the Junior World Cup. And we start off our match with a crackerjack of an encounter. Netherlands against New Zealand. Netherlands, one of 3 teams yet to not win a match in this competition, up against a very gutsy and very gritty New Zealand team. Should be an absolutely entertaining fixture this. Neither side has ever won this Hero Junior World Cup before, and that's why there'll be lots at stake for both sides. Netherlands, 2 times runner-up, also finished on one occasion in 3rd position. They are in their familiar orange, and up against them in black are the junior black sticks. So it will be a very, very entertaining day of competition with a lot of good hockey to look forward to. Let's begin, of course, with the first course of action. The national anthems of the 2 teams, beginning with the home side for this game, the Netherlands. Netherlands ran out 4-1 winners, and they would be considered favourites perhaps based on their performance thus far in this competition. 3 convincing victories, 3-2 against India, 3-2 against Korea, and then capping off their performance with a massive 7-0 victory over Canada on Tuesday. Up against them, New Zealand starting off with a close defeat at the hands of Malaysia, 3-2, then drew dramatically against England, and then 1-0 against Netherlands. Netherlands have had a lot of heroes in this competition, 7 different scorers of 13 goals, none more than Milan van Baal, number 11 with 5 goals. Skipper Roel Bovendert got on the score sheet in the last game a couple of times, and Tristan Algera, number 4, has also been outstanding with his penalty corner conversion. By the very shrewd Sean Marina, 39-year-old who played for HC Den Bosch and has been in coaching since 2001, so very, very experienced man. New Zealand had a few illness woes in the last match, but they have overcome that, and they have pretty much their entire complement complement of players. So Nicholas Woods comes back into the game. Watch out for number 14, Finn Russell, who scored 4 of performance from them in every game. This man has been outstanding for Ben Smith. Dale Nordam at the other end hasn't had too much to deal with. Javed Sheikh of India is one of the umpires, and he's joined at the other end by Diego Estebanez. And Bruce Vale of England is the video umpire for this, the first quarterfinal for the Hero Hockey Junior World Cup 2013 in Delhi. Skipper Bernard was excellent in the last match against Canada, scored a couple of goals and also contributed to some very positive moves, and he'll no doubt look to have a good early influence on this match. So the runners-up from 2009 get things moving. They're playing in their familiar orange, and up against them in black are the junior Black Sticks of New Zealand, defending their goal on the right. In the commentary box, I'm Divine Sen, and I'm joined by two-time Indian former coach Cedric D'Souza. Cedric, looking forward to what should be a riveting day of quality hockey from these youngsters.
Well, you've come to the quarterfinals now, and you've differentiated the men from the boys, and you're going to have a great spectacle of hockey in the next 6-7 hours.
Indeed, no scope for a mistake here. All teams will need to be at their very best to ensure qualification through to the semi-finals. That is pretty much the aim at this stage. Take it one game at a time and not get too far ahead of themselves. Netherlands with the early running. One would expect to see a lot of that in the early moments. And New Zealand will have to depend on the defensive fortitude that they have shown in the past, especially in the last match against South Africa. Had an early goal-mouth opportunity which was missed by Damien Finley of South Africa. Largely thanks to that, went on to just edge out the South Africans 1-0 in what was a do-or-die encounter for the Kiwis. Good numbers up front at this time. For the first time an interception effected by the Kiwis, and Jeremy Morris setting up this run down the right. Retain possession for long enough. That will be the biggest challenge, won't it, for New Zealand? They will have to try and take this ball off the Netherlands, because they'll be quite happy to keep possession as long as they want.
Well, you know, the Kiwis have a very physical game. They run a lot. They're strong on the ball. And I think what they're going to do is play on the break. If you look at the early phase of the game, you'll find the entire Kiwi team back in his own defense. Man-to-man marking is going on in full swing. The Dutch captain, Hovendorp, is being completely marked.
Well, the first gilt-edged opportunity falls for that man, Milan van Baal, and he wasn't too far away. Tried a cheeky little poke over the goalkeeper.
Nice cross ball coming in, the deflection of I think Russell Keane, if I'm not mistaken. And Milan comes off the keeper, and Milan just puts the ball over the goal.
Not surprisingly, the first half chance, if one can call it that, falling to the Dutch. And what will matter in a knockout game like this is to get that early goal to settle the nerves. There will be some nerves, even though this is a pedigreed side. Not too much of international experience. In fact, only Hele Halima, their number 9, has played for the national team in the past. Halima will be the one taking this free hit, scooping it up, looking for one of his teammates to pick it up. Rakers sending this one in. Oh. Lots of action near the goal mouth inside the first 2 minutes. Looking anxious here for New Zealand.
Well, Dutch are playing this long ball into the circle. To the center, it's going to the center. There have been a couple of chances which deflected off the New Zealand sticks. Normally, if it goes into the goal, it's a goal because it's an own goal. But it's fallen for the Dutch forwards who have not been able to put the ball into the net.
Possibly picked on a few cues from the last match that New Zealand played. South Africa did catch them out with a few of those long balls, just couldn't convert those chances. And maybe that will be a considered strategy, especially early on, to try and get that early goal and put New Zealand under pressure. New Zealand, on the other hand, the longer, it would be safe to say, the longer this scoreline stays 0-0, the happier they will be. Remember, we have a provision for a shootout if scores are level after 70 minutes. This was sent in, but nicely read to good defending. And this Hazlett. Kalima sending this one in. Oh, this has fallen well. And it's still in there. Another shot comes in and it's just gone wide. That was a lot of action around the goal mouth, and Ben Smith did well under the bar.
Well, he's come out very quick. If you look at the cross ball coming in, he comes out quick, smarter the angry, and it goes past his pad. And it was an open shot by number 14 of Dutch, Nicholas, but he took the ball wide.
And this is the first real chance at the other end. Getting into a good position with Jeffrey Panchia. Went for the reverse shot as well, just didn't get a good enough connection one there.
And he's only played in the break. Quick ball played top of the circle, picked up by Panchia. Actually, the Dutch defense was not even marking Panchia. And that was quite uncharacteristic of the Dutch.
Setting a scorching pace inside the first 5 minutes, these two teams. Netherlands, not surprisingly, doing a little bit more of the attacking, but New Zealand showing that they can be quite dangerous with the counter-attacks. Here they come moving forward. They've got this chance thanks to a poorly trapped attempt. Free hit to be taken by Radovonic. Takes the ball of him. And looking to clear the lines, but played a little dangerously, played high. That's why it's a free hit for New Zealand yet again. Oh, that was played on, and he was looking possibly for the runoff by Harry Miskimen.
But Divan, you look at it, the Dutch defense is just not marking strong enough. They're allowing the New Zealand strikers to pick up the ball and make play in the last quarter.
Is there just a touch of complacency which Netherlands would do well to avoid? This is a knockout match. Anything's possible. Fans inside the stadium, so one thing both teams won't complain about is lack of support. Breakers. Responsible by the junior Blacksticks, but possession given away. And this being the opening for Netherlands. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Great vision there from Lakes, Peppian Lakes, looking to find Milan Fandar.
Well, a beautiful long pass, diagonally long pass from the right midfielder all the way through, and by Lakes, but a misfire by the striker there in front.
This was a big collision which led to Rick Van Kaan going down, and there's going to be some concern about his continued participation. Might have to be substituted for the while.
Well, Agnes Hazlitt has been given a green card. He's actually played very well in the first 10 minutes, 7 minutes of play. He's held the defense very well. He's been marking Bovendert as well as plugging up the gaps in the center mid defense. They're really playing well. Unfortunately, he banged into the Dutch player and in a hard tackle and given a green card.
He's a bit winded, but it's good to see that he's coming off on his own feet, so should be back in action soon at some stage. It's so great to see the support base, most of which is families, I suppose. Families and friends who've taken a trip over. Always appreciative of the fact that they come down and watch their kin and their friends play. It's not a bad time to come down to Delhi. Outstanding tourist destinations around here. moment. All the action happening at the National Stadium. Newark does well to win that possession, and it's been met by first Panchi, and now working well with Miskimen. Still with Newark. And could have been dangerous. Once again, the Netherlands defense a little bit slow in reacting to the situation.
They seem quite leaden-footed at the moment. They're not marking, they're not even doing the frontal marking properly. It's just very, very slack in the marking. And it's allowing the Netherlands strikers to have ample space and actually getting their bodies in the position for a shot at goal. There's been no shots at goal, but there have been misses, near misses in receiving the ball in the circle.
This break will do them good. Even now winning that free kick. Free hit rather. I'm watching too much of football lately. Now down the right, Thomas van Dorn. Oh, going for the reverse hit. It's been a considered strategy once again. Open dirt. Captain yet again. Algera. No goals as yet in this match, but it's promising a few. Lots and lots of occasions when the Netherlands team in particular have made some incisive passes moving in, but it's the defense which is a worry. Always look good when moving forward.
Well, you know, if you look at that the reverse hit on top of the circle, they were done with very quick hands. They didn't have enough power in it, but the goalkeeper bench just took it easily off with a good stable player.
Yes, a really appreciable effort from Ben Smith in the last match. Their first choice keeper, Joyce, was out because of an illness. One of the four players who were down with what coach did call the belly. And he had to come in and come up with a performance as he did against South Africa. Mind you, he was very lucky to survive that first attempt from Kimpley, which we keep talking about. Overall did an excellent job under the bar. Kept a clean sheet, and that's what counted in the end. New Zealand coming through with a narrow 1-0 victory. In what was a very, very well contested Pool D. Not many would have thought England would finish bottom of it at the end. Long ball, nicely intercepted by Sanjay Lana. He was a little off-color in the last game. Will be looking to recover his top form today.
New Zealand's mainstay is the defense. They've got a very strong defense there, but Sanjay Lala also playing and has literally playing really well for them in the defense. They haven't conceded many goals.
This is Richie moving forward. And that's going to win a long corner. These little spells of pressure coming in from New Zealand, just keeping Netherlands on their toes. And allowing the pressure to just move away from their own goal mouth every now and then.
Netherlands team are very good at moving forward, but they're showing a suspect in the defense today.
But a neutral, that promises well, because that means there could be a few goals in this match. First of four quarterfinals. Other matches to be played today: Belgium against France, Malaysia against Korea, and then what a crackerjack of a match we have for you when Australia take on Germany. And that's not all. As a bonus, we'll have India against Argentina. But this is a lovely through ball, and it's got some combination play just wide from Milan van Baal. It was beautifully worked from the heart of defense. The first pass coming in from Pelifos.
Pelifos he's got a great vision. He plays the ball, he sees his player unmarked on top of the circle, runs right through, plays the ball to Milan, and an easy touch, but just outside the ball.
New Zealand living dangerously at the moment on a few occasions, but one can say the same about the Netherlands defense as well. They have conceded this free hit. It's been a good, red hot encounter the first 12 minutes. Now possession given away. Peter van Toffelen, didn't see too much of him in the last game, and also didn't start today. He was man of the match on the opening night against India for his outstanding marking, in particular of Indian skipper Manpreet Singh. Possession still with New Zealand in a dangerous position.
And New Zealand trying to fire the ball in from the wides and look for a deflection, but so far they have not been able to capitalize on this, the cross balls going right through the Dutch defense.
And just another look at what happened with Rick Van Khan, and he's still down, and in fact it does look like this will be the end of the match for him, so that's a big blow. But that outstanding opportunistic goal against Canada. Not just today, but for the rest of the tournament, he could be in doubt in terms of how much of playing time he does get. One of the benefits of having as much bench strength as the Dutch do is that they shouldn't miss him too much. Just an outstanding feature of this team, isn't it? So many different players who've come to the party in the past.
Well, basically they have a lot of depth in their entire lineup. What they do is they keep some of their players, the main players out, and when they substitute it, they have the same pace and the same gusto that they have in terms of their attack, in terms of their defense. They shift players around so that there's the uniformity in their attack and defense is maintained.
I'm sure the Medina would have been very happy about the fact that there have been so many different scorers. Khan, who's currently out injured. Brinkman, Lucas, and Hevendal, the men with 1 goal apiece. 2 goals each for Tristan Algera and the skipper, Joel Govinder. And the team, of course, there's 5 goals, 1 in each match for Milan Khanwal. Can he keep up that 100% record today? This time it's Pelekos moving forward, man of the match in the previous game. Oh, it's an outstanding run from him. Can he find a man of his own? The shot comes in, it's saved just off the goal line. Good work again from Sanjay Lala. But it's a penalty corner. All action stations, all happening out there.
A great run by Ross Pele. He comes inside the circle, looks for the minus ball. Goalkeeper does very well, Ben Smith does very well to track that ball. The shot taken in the goal, but Lara makes a great goal line save. And from that, the ball was stuck into the back of the Dutch player and against New Zealand.
Tristan Algera was already got 2 conversions, and he is one of the 2 men just at the top of the box, no doubt. Looking to smash this one home. In fact, he's the only one effectively, with Govinder set to make the stop. Unless they do play a variation, it will be Tristan Algera looking for the drag flick. And coming in towards the corner, it's taken straight, and it will be another penalty corner. So the pressure is just slowly lifting from the Netherlands.
And the great save again by Lara on the line. Goalkeeper beaten. Oh, but it's not beaten, I think it hit his palm, sorry. And that is not the penalty corner because of the dangerous play in the circle.
Retaining the same formation, Netherlands, so unless there's a variation, it will still be Algera. Oh, that's well taken, but I think might well have come off the post. Metallic sound as it came off.
Very angular penalty corner flick. Nice hand flick, past the first runner, and just hits the bar and goes out, the upright and goes out.
So Netherlands, the machinery is warming up, especially when it comes to attacking. It's, as Cedric mentioned, their defense, which has been a little bit of a source of worry on a few occasions. And that's what they must guard against. They don't want to go a goal down at this stage. The way they're attacking, they should be able to get a reward at some stage. Now this is a lovely pickup from a very dangerous player, Thierry Brinkman. 18 years of age, but full of trickery. And he slipped this one through. Oh! Are they going to look for a penalty corner? They will. And Govinder gets the ball for one of the New Zealand defenders. And yet again, it will be the New Zealand defense under pressure on this PC.
A great streak with Thierry Brinkman. He runs down the flank, rather than position looking for his player. Comes down to the baseline, plays the ball for his captain, who finds the foot very easily and makes the penalty corner. He makes the so simple.
Yes, as he was moving forward, he had only one idea on his mind to try and milk this to the best ability because he found the ball a little further than he would have liked. few more men this time for Netherlands. They have had those two opportunities. The last one came off the upright. What can they come up with this time? Will probably be a Gerrard. This time it's a variation from Movendorf. He was looking for the man making a run on the left, but the pass sent it perhaps a little best.
I think the injector was not correct either because the ball was played outside and didn't come on the stopper's proper side, and he tried to improvise on that situation, but he could not. The ball was played hard outside the circle.
Oh, this is poor from New Zealand. They've given the ball away. Can the Netherlands make them pay for it? Lots and lots of things happening.
Well, an easy turnover by New Zealand again. Wagner gets the ball, but a great tackle by the New Zealand defense on the 23 on Nicholas Woods.
Yes, in many respects the unsung hero of this campaign. Nicholas Woods didn't play the last match, but was very, very good against England, especially in the anxious final moments of that encounter. Came back from 2-0 down. How far will their fight take them today? Netherlands moving forward, but it's a well-run tackle. Jeremy Morris wins the ball for New Zealand. Moving forward, finds Radovonic. Back at Morris. Looking to minus it back, but there was a defender in the way and comfortably dealt with this time by the Netherlands defense. They're in legs. This match is being played at a very, very healthy pace at the moment. Kalima. Will win a free hit for his team.
Minutes gone by, and Netherlands have missed quite a few chances.
Just a little bit of argy-bargy. Kalima and Muir, the most experienced players on either side, just getting right in the face of each other, or one should say in the elbow of each other. Tells you what's at stake for these young men on both sides. Place in the semi-finals. If they do get there, it will be the 5th semi-final for Netherlands and only the 2nd for New Zealand. Here they come once again. It's Legs with a tremendous effort. He's found his man too. Surely they couldn't have missed, but somehow the New Zealand defense was able to deny Thierry Brinkman. Brinkman's looking to cut his way back in, but some anxious moments now for the New Zealand defense. In fact, it has been so for the last 5 or 10 minutes in this match. Moves away to Legs, who's been very, very impressive yet again in the opening few exchanges. Kalima turning this one in. Oh, that could so easily have found a Dutch stick yet again. New Zealand leading a very charmed life. Can they survive? This time it's the side netting. How good was Brinkman right through this entire sequence of events.
But every time the Netherlands gets the ball on the baseline, there's a possibility of a shot at goal or a deflection, and they're very dangerous. In the first 5-10 minutes they were playing the ball from the center. Now they're going down the baseline, down the defense, which is really good because they're sticking the defense completely. And a great save again by Ben Smith. He's playing really well in the goal. He's held his team together. Kept the scoreline 0-0.
It really is pumped at the moment. The goalkeeper just smashing his stick into the side post. Indicating how well his blood is pumping at the moment. Full of instructions too. Outstanding work from Kirky and Legs. You mentioned using the width, and that's something that's been done very effectively by the number 23 from Netherlands. This time they are in defense. We need to get this ball away as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. That's exactly what they aim to do, and just not able to control that ball. Netherlands, by far and away the more dominant team in terms of possession as well as the circle penetrations. Had a few opportunities at scoring, but not been able to convert from any of their 7 shots on target. Tells you how good Ben Smith and company have been today. the right for Hebendal. Delima gets a stick in and wins a penalty corner for his team. Perseverance and professionalism from Netherlands.
Well, they were really fortunate in this one because the ball was bouncing into the circle and it deflects off the habit and the ball goes onto his body for a penalty corner for Netherlands. You can see the frustration in his face because he knew he should have tapped that cleanly and just deflected off the stick and onto his body.
Just the first 23 minutes they've done so well to deal with most of the Netherlands attacks. Only that one shot for one rebound which hit the post. There was not much that Ben Smith could do in the rebound. Get the impression of these repeated efforts show the Marinos team might break through at one stage. Fourth penalty corner for them. Tristan Algera is in there, as is Pethian Lakes. Will come in from Hanbal. Algera goes for it. Again, it's well saved by Ben Smith. Punching it away with his left hand. And this time he gets his foot to it. He is absolutely immovable in the New Zealand goal today. Really has been an outstanding performance from Ben Smith, hasn't it?
Yes, he's held his spot. Kept his, you know what to say, he's kept his balance right through this entire 20 minutes or 25 minutes that he's played. It's incredible that he's so mature for a goalkeeper so young. He's kept his feet firm on the ground, and what he's done is he's anticipated the ball was come across. He's been rock solid when it comes to penalty corners. So all in all, a great performance for him.
4 penalty corners, one of them thundering away from the outside edge of the post. And 8 shots, but no goals as yet for Netherlands. And close on a few occasions, but no rewards as yet. Looking to build from the back to Johannes Moore. And a pretty quiet first half thus far. No one had too much to deal with. Just this continuous sequence of attacks that now helped take the pressure away from the defense, which was looking a little wobbly at times. And deflected away by a very alert Oliver McIntyre.
Now the right run ball, attempting to get it in, but unable to bother Ben Smith, who's been very outstanding. This was the last penalty corner.
Well, the ball coming, it's a nice penalty corner, but what the flicker has done is trying to lift it over the goalkeeper. You see, there's no power, not much power in it. It's just a question of a flick, because he must have thought that Ben is going downwards, but a great save by Ben.
He's just looking at the side-on angle. Maybe he might have been heading over, but he couldn't have taken a chance in any case. It really has been an action-packed first half, and what will cap it off nicely will be a goal. Question is which color will the goal scorer wearing. Of course, we have the own goal rule, so that may not always be the best indicator. There's orange on the pitch, there's black, and a few of them are looking to get back into it. Sanjay Lala, Mark Rakers, and Nicholas Lace waiting to join the action. Oh, this is nicely stolen. Another chance, another great save, a follow-up. And just couldn't finish it off.
Well, goalkeeper Ben has been outstanding in his anticipation, and look at this save. It was a deflection again, a steal again by.
Well, this is yet another attack. This time there's no mistake. He rounded off Ben Smith and finished it off beautifully, Thierry Brinkman. But as is always the case, it was a perfect team effort from Netherlands. A good pass from the centre of midfield, picked up on the right, and a very, very easy, composed finish.
But a great steal again, a turnover, a shot towards goal, picked up by Thierry Brinkman. Actually, it was a ball played for Thierry Brinkman, and he gets in front of the keeper, and he just pushes it past Ben Smith, who had already committed himself and lay on the ground.
Was always on the cards. Flores Evers is pleased too. Two-time Olympic silver medalist, 2004 and 2012. Really was a fantastic finish. Just made this a little bit more of a mountain to climb now for New Zealand. If you were part of the coaching staff, how would you suggest a way back into this match now?
Well, basically, I would go ahead with this counter-attack policy that they're doing, but I would push a little bit more players up front just to try and stretch defense at times. Play them sometimes up front, play them sometimes at the back. But the most important thing, I would hold the midfield as much as possible and don't give the space that Netherlands has by keeping them close. The most difficult thing that I've seen and which is happening for.
This is another lovely run from Pepin Lays. It's an attempt from Milan van Baal, but it's been dealt with this time by the New Zealand defense. Ben Smith again closing down the angle very quickly.
Well, to continue what you were just saying is that New Zealand mustn't give the turnovers that they're giving. Very easy turnovers and losing possession and giving Netherlands the chance to control play.
He's definitely had a lot to contend with in this first half. Just couldn't finish off, or rather just couldn't allow Brinkman to get away on the last occasion. But happy to retain possession of the ball. Now Netherlands, that one goal will just settle their nerves. Before that they had all that effort for no reward. Now they have that reward in the shape of a goal. And it'll always be a case of New Zealand playing catch-up from here on.
See, if you look at the midfield, New Zealand has more players in the midfield at the moment. Dutch pushing up 3 or 4 players right up into the last quarter. But New Zealand has more players in the midfield. They must convert that territorial advantage in terms of people and numerical advantage into penetration into circles as well as shots at goal.
This is a good muscular running coming in from Matt Rhys-Gibbs, and he does win a free hit for his team in a useful position. With Rhys-Gibbs just at the edge. Angle of sticks, but it goes against New Zealand. Now a chance for the Dutch. Captain Bovendert. Nicely stolen. Clean tackle from Tristan Elguera. Down the left, another beautiful run coming in. Thierry Brinkman has been the difference maker thus far.
Well, what happened actually was actually the brilliance of the Dutch. The ball was deep in the angle. And what he did was he played the ball across. He made Ben Smith commit himself for the cross ball. Brinkman comes in front of Ben Smith, picks up the ball and then just push it past the keeper. It was great thinking and improvisation.
Got a goal in the 3-2 victory over Korea and now has won in this match, which at the moment will send Netherlands to their 5th semi-final in the history of Junior World Cup. Van Poffelen with an uncharacteristic mistake, given the ball over. Panchia finding Morris, but yet again it's Netherlands who come away with the ball. Lima, long ball looking for Van Baal, but nicely read by McIntyre. Coming up towards the last 3 minutes of this match, of this half, beg your pardon, and they don't want to concede a second. Legs comes in with the shot. Yet again, Smith deals with it quite comfortably. Breakers all the way back to Moe. Elguera. close attentions of the New Zealand defenders, as Netherlands always keep at least 2 or 3 men posted inside the rival box. Really been a feature of this team, the work rate. Yet again, Milan van Baal, he's got a couple of options. It's well read by the defender, and a couple of swings stinging.
A great improvisation again. The ball missed by Lara. Ball goes down to the flank. He just chips the ball over, hits the upright and goes out. Comes back into play, but a wild swing by the Netherlands players and a foul against them.
Once again, moving forward. Ian Russell doing well initially in defense to get the ball away, and now Netherlands once again looking to build from the back, because New Zealand are defending as one, all 11 men in their own side of the pitch. It's been the story for most of this first half, and that's the story we would have expected. Netherlands, at least in terms of their form, definitely the dominant team. While it's just 1-0, every chance that New Zealand can find a way back into this match, it's when that gap starts to widen that they will worry. And for the long ball will be well received. Benedict van Bochum. Getting his stick in and just ensuring that his team gets a little bit of breathing space and time to recover. Less than a minute now, but it's been an entertaining first half, hasn't it? And it's still not over yet. Here come New Zealand looking for that final push ahead. Getting a free hit, but that crucial intervention from Pelevos will mean that his team can also fall back to defend. Panchia sent it through. He was looking for Van Bochum. And Ben Smith has been outstanding, hasn't he?
Well, let's look at this try again. You know, Ben Smith has come out to cut out the angle, but a great chip just over him, and it hits the upright and goes away.
Hazlitt once again was doing a good job. Angus Hazlitt rather. And that concludes what has been an action-packed first half in this first quarter-final of the Hero Junior World Cup. Netherlands find themselves 1 goal to the good. It could have been much better, but for Ben Smith and some of his defensive teammates, the likes of Ian Russell, as well as Angus Hazlitt and Sanjay Lala, who've done an outstanding job for the Junior Black Sticks. The only moment which mattered, though, was in the 28th minute, when Thierry Brinkman found himself at the receiving end of a beautiful pass from Milan van Baal. But truth be told, it was an outstanding team effort yet again from the Netherlands, which has found themselves with a little bit of an advantage. Can they capitalize, though, on the number of chances that they've created? While they're just 1 goal ahead, New Zealand will believe that they can come back into this match in the second 35 minutes. But after an outstanding first half, the scoreline reads Netherlands 1, New Zealand 0.
चेयर इधर किसका लीजिए ब्रदर, कोई आके बैठ जाए।
তো জলই পড়ছে, জলই পড়ছে না আমাদের।
धूप है ना अभी कैमरा पकड़ पानी में
चल आने दे अपना अपना बाल्टी में डाल दे थोड़ी देर के लिए
ये लग रहा है जैसे बारिश का पानी हो
मजा आ रहा है
ऐसा मतलब हवा चल रहा है ना इसके बीच में जाके अगर हाँ मस्त है
थोड़ा दे देगा
पानी चाहिए
हाँ पहले वो कर लो हाँ ना वो ठीक है वो कर लो पेड़ निकालना है जाओ कहाँ से आएगा तेरा चेहरा चुप रखना है ऐसा करना ऐसा कर फिर नीचे का पाँव ऊपर का पतला लगेगा वहाँ पे खड़ा है ना तो पेड़ निकला वो मुझे कह रहा था कहाँ से दिखाई देगा तेरा अंदर का
पानी ला के दे दो
पानी दे यार थोड़ा
पानी का अगला मोटे थोड़ा बड़े निकाल लो
भाई पानी थोड़ा दे दे यार क्या हो गया इनको भैया क्या ना है ये वो खराब अब खत्म हो गया जैसे खत्म ये मैं ये दे दे मैं बजा देगा कुछ बजा देगा पानी पीना है
नहीं पीजिए थैंक यू
So 35 minutes gone in this clash between Netherlands and New Zealand for the right to be considered the first semi-finalist in the Hero Junior World Cup 2013. And in the first 35 minutes, the Netherlands attack force, giving the New Zealand defense a right working over. It was all orange and they were all over the team in black. And just to remind you that you can connect with us on Facebook, where we are at FI Hockey, and on Twitter at FIH_hockey. And make sure you hashtag your comments with HJWC. That's the hashtag for this Hero Junior World Cup. That's what those letters stand for. Right? Netherlands with all the running in the first half and creating some great opportunities for themselves. But Ben Smith standing firm on a few occasions and getting some good support from his defenders as well. These were two attempts which came in from the Dutch. Some great movement along the flanks, and that's what created those chances. As always, Pele Foss was involved in a lot of the aggressive maneuvers. Yet again, Ben Smith getting in the way. And this time, the ball just raised a little bit by the New Zealand defense, which is why a penalty corner was given. And from one of the subsequent penalty corners, this shot just hitting the post and squirting wide. Tristan Elguera getting close on a couple of occasions. This time a great save from Ben Smith. Didn't take a chance, got his left glove to it. Now this is the moment which eventually won it for the Netherlands. Winning the ball, and Milan van Baal setting the ball in, and Thierry Brinkman doing exceedingly well to keep his composure, to hoodwink Ben Smith, committing him, getting him to get down on the floor, and then just sneaking it in between his legs, just below his legs in fact, and much to the delight of Floris Evers and the rest of the team management. The numbers, I'm afraid, will tell you the story. Netherlands have been all over like New Zealand like a bad rash. 11 shots to nil, 17 circle penetrations to 6, and 58% possession in the opposition half. 4 penalty corners, all of them going to Netherlands. Crucially though, they haven't converted even one of those. And that's when New Zealand are still technically in the match. And once, if and when they do find a goal of their own, then we could have really a grandstand finish in this, the first of 4 quarterfinals to be played today. The quarterfinals quarterfinals, of course, involving some real quality teams. I can tell you that whoever wins this match will play the winner of the fourth quarterfinal. That's between Australia and Germany. That will be a tremendous fixture. That's at 5:45 p.m. And the matches in between will feature Belgium and France, and then an all-Asian quarterfinal. That will be a contest of speed and skill between Malaysia and Korea. Those are not the only matches to be played today. There's also some classification matches which will begin in a short while. In fact, the first one would have begun. Egypt against England, Spain against Canada, Pakistan against South Africa. And just to tell you that the last match, Argentina against India, to fight for the 9th place, that will be played on this very pitch at the end of the fourth quarterfinal. That's at 8 p.m. So just make sure you make a booking in your diary. Will be an interesting contest between two teams which play a very fluid and entertaining version of hockey. Goal scorer Thierry Brinkman is on the pitch and in the commentary box alongside me. After a quick walk over to get some more water for us. Thanks so much for that, Cedric.
Well, I'd just like to mention a few things about the New Zealand team. If they can avoid the turnovers that they're doing, and the turnovers are happening because their heads are down when they receive the ball. They have got to pre-scan before they get the ball, see which player is available and play the one-touch pass or the two-touch pass and then get the ball away. Because they've conceded the goal also from a turnover, an easy turnover. The entire midfield has lost the ball very often. So I think pre-scanning will be very important for them. I'd like to push them up more into attack. When they get this ball and come in the last quarter, they have the midfield standing behind and not supporting enough. That's for New Zealand. As far as Holland is concerned, the important thing for them to do is to try and move this ball around again from the wides instead of firing the ball from the center. They've switched it around already in between the first half. They were playing the balls in the first 10 minutes from the center. Then they changed it around and started playing on the wides, which is really good. And capitalize on the chances that they come their way. They've had so many chances, and they got to move the ball away from Ben Smith. Let him commit first, and then play the ball over him into the goal.
Tells its own story, doesn't it? When the defense of one team and their keeper and the attacking players on the other side have been the standout performers in the first 35 minutes. Right, everything is in readiness, and it is the junior Black Sticks who will get things moving in the second half. In black this time, defending their goal on the left, and up against them in orange, Netherlands, the runners-up from 2009, 4 years ago, the last edition of the Junior World Cup, are defending their goal on the right. Early possession for New Zealand. Can they make this one count? And it will be interesting to see how aggressive they seek to be in the early moments of the second half. This is looking promising from Panchia. Does find a man of his own, but as always, Netherlands defending in good numbers, and one would not be surprised, Cedric, to see a little bit more organization in the defense. Surely the coach would have pointed that out after the first half.
Well, in the first 10 minutes of the first half, they were completely at 6s and 7s. They seemed to have settled down after, basically not settled down, but basically they got more into attack, and so the defense didn't have much to do.
Absolutely. So there was no evidence to really draw any conclusions on whether they improved as a defensive unit, but no, this is a good quality side, as indeed are New Zealand. Ian Russell.
Well, again, you just saw almost a turnover again by New Zealand.
Woods picking up the ball. He has had a crucial role on this game. In fact, every time they move forward, he's had some role to play in it. This is Nick Elder. All the way back to Russell. Another feature, no penalty corners yet for New Zealand, and that's possibly because they haven't moved up enough and in good numbers. This is one such occasion when they have some numbers forward. It's a crucial interception in defense. There's a penalty corner, and it will be the moment for the big man. Kane Russell is walking up, and he's got a spring in his stride. And guess why? Because he's converted 4 of those already in this tournament.
Well, he plays for the senior team, and he's a lethal penalty corner flicker. Dutch number 19, Hemminga, gets the ball in the circle. Does a very good tackle, good interception basically, but then he lifts the ball onto the onrushing New Zealand player, and the penalty corner shoots from there.
Much like his opposition, number 11, Milan van Paal, Kane Russell has also scored in each match till now. And each of them have been penalty corner conversions. 2 against Malaysia, 1 against England, and 1 also against South Africa. This is his first attempt. He's got Woods alongside him for support. Oh, looking for a variation. It's slapped in. It could still be a follow-up, and it's inside. New Zealand have equalized. And it's a very, very important goal which is coming for them. And does look like the last touch might well have come from Woods.
And it plays a backdoor pass for Kane Russell, and goalkeeper pats the ball back to Woods, who puts it past the keeper on the left-hand side for an easy goal.
So they have their due reward for being positive in the early moments of the second half, keeping his composure well, and no chance for Piet Noordam. Cock a hoop their supporters, because it's one goal apiece, and that's what it counts really in sport. You can have all the chances in the world, but when you've got to put them away, then you'll always put pressure on your opposition. Nicholas Woods' penalty corner conversion, albeit with a few touches along the way, means that New Zealand are back on level terms. But for how long, that is the big question. A little bit of indiscipline for which a yellow card is flashed. Must be careful not to lose their discipline here, New Zealand. Nick Elder, the man who was flashed that card. Elguera all the way down to the right flank, looking for the deflection, and it's been slotted in. It's a second goal for Thierry Brinkman, and as always, one could call that a true team goal. It was worked all the way from the left flank of midfield, just from about the centre line, and inside a couple of touches, it was in the net behind Ben Smith.
A ball switched from the left to the right-hand side, played across the circle, and New Zealand defenders not marking Thierry Brinkman again. Look, they've got two in front of number 9, Galema, but nobody catching Brinkman. And from there, he just puts the ball past the keeper.
Easiest of putaways, just needed to get his stick to that, and that's what he did. So 2 goals on the day for Brinkman, and Netherlands, just as they've been threatening to, are beginning to open up, and perhaps that goal from New Zealand was just the wake-up call that the Dutch needed. Here they come yet again. It's Hilema this time. He's got his skipper up front looking for Bovendert, but a crucial interception coming in from Angus Hazlitt. Once again, the man in defence. How crucial could this fact have been as well? Nick Elder, the man in defence, was off with that yellow card, and he still will be missing for a couple of more minutes.
Well, Holland taking full advantage of the one man down.
What this has done though, inside the first 5 minutes, 2 goals for both teams. And what it has meant is that we are off to a rip-roaring start, and if they can keep up the pace, then we are in for a very, very entertaining last half an hour in this match. More calmness now about the Dutch camp, but they will know that a 1-goal advantage in a knockout game is still pretty much playing with fire. Here comes Royal Bovendert. Excellent run. It's Brinkman looking for his hat-trick. Ben Smith comes out, does well. And it looks like the Dutch want to refer this. Did he append the players unfairly?
Well, it looks like a great play by Thierry Brinkman. He plays the ball across. Ben Smith comes out. I think what they're claiming is a penalty stroke.
Is not injured.
Yeah, they got one green and one yellow. Netherlands wants a penalty stroke or a push on back. Can you check for me?
Okay, I'm looking for a push on the Netherlands attacker.
There does seem to be just a little bit of a contact, as we see now.
enough to give the stroke?
Well, was he in a position to put that ball in the goal? That's the key issue. Number 23 from it was Woods again,
Can you hear me?
trying his best to stop.
I have a decision for you. It is a penalty stroke push by the New Zealand number 23 on the attacker. Netherlands keep their referral.
So Bruce Bale giving this decision in favour of Netherlands. It's an error from Woods effectively, just that minimal bit of contact, but that was good enough. Bovendert was looking for a run on goal. And, well, the way this game has gone, I wouldn't put it beyond Ben Smith to stop this penalty stroke, but nevertheless, it's going to be a mountain to climb if Netherlands do get 2 goals ahead in the early stages of the second half. New Zealand team and their supporters look a little bemused, but it is one-on-one now for Tom Hebendahl. Scored in the last match, scored here, and Netherlands pull away from New Zealand yet again. This time they are 3-1 ahead, a 2-goal gap between the two teams for the very first time today.
Well, a fantastic stroke. If you look at right in the deep corner of the net, on the left-hand side of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper going the wrong way, trying to anticipate, but a fantastic stroke.
Just a little bit of discipline inside the last 3 minutes, and that has meant that those 2 goals have been scored. And following up from the goal that came in for New Zealand, we've had 3 goals inside 4 minutes. So this has really been a frenetic start to the second half.
Well, you know, if you look at it, Netherlands have scored 2 goals when they have New Zealand has 1 player down. So they've taken full advantage of the fact that they have an extra player.
And that's what tells you about the value of keeping your discipline, keeping your shape as a team. We have seen that regularly, most heart-achingly in a sense, Cedric, in the last match between India and South Korea, where India were a man down, the captain Manpreet was down. And that's when India just happened to concede those 2 penalty corners, and Yu Seung-ju drove the ball through the net, but also drove a big dagger through the hearts of every Indian fan. Unfortunately, India are out of contention for the quarterfinals and the semis, but they will be in action later on for 9th position. Hebendahl, the man who scored the 3rd goal for Netherlands. On to Yele Khalima. He's got a couple of options inside the box and looking to angle it across, but just took a little bit of extra time, and that was utilized by Ben Smith to comfortably kick it away.
Well, you know, there was a great run down the flank. The question is, why did he bring the ball in the reverse? Could have had the ball in the forehand. This seems to be a fashion with all the players who want to get the ball in the reverse. Maybe it looks better for a shot. Get only one option and pay the ball to a. You know, there was a player on the opposite Ben Smith. There was a free man standing there. So play the ball there instead of just trying for a shot itself.
No doubt the biggest challenge, I would imagine, for some of these coaches of watch a lot of their competent and go for good sometimes. it. He can feel it. But irrespective of the result here, right from their first match, Cedric, we have really stood up and saluted the courage of this New Zealand team. They've hung in there, they've shown a lot of resolve. The last match with only 15 players, only 4 substitutes to choose from, still came back and managed to defeat South Africa 1-0 when they needed the job done.
Well, one of the strengths what the coach said about this team was the synergy within the side, the team bonding, and the way this team is fit. So he said he will run you ragged in terms of the 70 minutes on the pitch, and this is exactly what they're doing now against a class unit like the Dutch.
And underscores this match, doesn't it, that there isn't too much of a difference between these teams in terms of the final output. A lot of skill and talent on both sides. This was a crucial intervention made by Kane Russell, and that been received as it was planned by Khelima. He had Milan van Baal behind him to try and pass on to. Netherlands have looked for a lot of attacks down that right channel of theirs and been successful on a few occasions in getting the ball through, but the finishing inside the D has just fallen off the pace a little in the last few minutes. And again, a crucial tackle from Woods.
But there are 3 New Zealand players standing in the line in the deep defense, and he's still trying to play the ball through. You know, Khelima is a person who's played already for the Netherlands senior side. He's not showing his vision, not showing his game intelligence.
New Zealand were looking to come away with the ball. Just getting a little bit scrappy, but what matters is where the ball lands up. And it's now with Dutch possession. Kiebendal just looking to slow things down because New Zealand have got the momentum behind them. Shown a lot more purpose, and they've been amply rewarded with that second goal of theirs.
Well, when the Dutch were playing this rotation ball at the back, you could hear the New Zealand players saying push up, push up, push up, and make the Dutch make a mistake. And the Dutch did make a mistake, and they got a second result, resulting in a second goal for New Zealand.
There's another mistake. He was looking for Mark Rakers, but got it well behind him. Some anxious moments now for Floris Evers and company. Goal scorer Van Bokum sends this one in, and Jared Panchea was not too far away from that. Probably needed a bit more of a start there. Anxious last 6 minutes, especially if New Zealand find a goal here, and we could well be headed towards the first shootout in this Hero Junior World Cup. The last knockout game to go to penalties or extra time, incidentally, was the semi-final in 2009 between Germany and Australia. That went to extra time, and on that occasion Germany ran out 3-2 winners. So there'll be another replay of a semi-final later on today in yet another quarter-final. Slip through. Here comes Van Puffelen, looking very easy and composed on the ball, finding a foot. Very quickly takes the free hit himself as well. Again looking for the foot, but this time no luck. Now New Zealand pull forward. With about 5 minutes, won't be surprised if they consider perhaps substituting their goalkeeper and getting those 11 outfield players out on the middle. They did use that tactic to great effect against England when they were 1-2 down. Similar situation in many respects here. Cedric, last 4.5 minutes now. Pretty much got to throw everything at their opposition now.
Well, they will throw everything. They're going to change their goalkeeper in all probability and have an 11-man team without a goalkeeper.
has been very good this afternoon. When you consider that New Zealand at last count had already got 14 shots. 3 goals have been scored, 1 from a penalty stroke. So 11 saves in all effected by the goalkeeper and his fellow defenders. Jared Panchia fighting for this one. Could still fall for New Zealand possession, but crucially, the free hit goes Netherlands' way. And they come away with the ball now. Less than 4 minutes. Like already a rest for Milan Van Paal. So already that attacking option is in a way out. And it exactly looks like that will be the case. Ben Smith is coming off. Van Volkum is going to put on the green bit, or is he going to pass it on to Sanjay Lala? Yes, Lala will be the man. So throwing everything now at the Dutch. If they do find a goal, then we will be in for a very, very tense finish here. Against England, it won't happen every day, but if it does, then that'll be a very, very fitting tribute to the guts and the courage of this New Zealand team.
You look at it at the moment, they've got all 11 New Zealand players in the last quarter. You have 6 Dutch players standing in over the between the 25 and 50-yard line, just waiting, not taking any chances.
New Zealand have got this ball in, and it wasn't too far away from Elder. Just holding his head because it was inches away from making a connection.
Nice cross ball, but you know everybody was marked properly by the Dutch for a change.
And for a change, because it's uncharacteristic. The Dutch play with that typical precision and class about them. Once again, New Zealand moving forward. The shot comes in, but doesn't take any deflection along the way. Piet Noordam showing some good composure in the face of pressure. Kane Russell moving forward.
We're playing 10 versus 10 now for 2 very harsh tackles.
I just wonder though, with the attack on from New Zealand, perhaps 10 will suit them a little bit more than the 10 for the Netherlands. All the Dutchmen pretty much inside their D now. How will they find a way through? That is the big question. In fact, this has been taken over. This is a great opportunity to put this match completely in their bag. New Zealand aren't bothering too much with throwing people back. Kalima won't mind running a little bit of the clock down. Time running out. Moving forward once again, but a free hit now for New Zealand. Got to get this one as quickly away as possible. Closing in on the last 60 seconds here at the National Stadium. Netherlands are so near to a semi-final position in the Hero Junior World Cup. That could be crucial too, just not able to retain possession. Michael Ritchie and Ben Smith, he's given his team a little bit of a lifeline with his outstanding performance under the bar, but it does look like it may not be enough in terms of the output. Oh, this has been stolen. Kane Russell looking for some support from Muir. Eventually it's the Dutch who come away with the ball. Anywhere will do now for them. Helima cutting his way through, but loses out on possession. Van Mokum must look for a longish ball.
free hit goes New Zealand's way. Could be the last move going forward. Netherlands get this away. Here we go. Could be the last move. Oh, it goes wide, and Netherlands are through to a fifth semi-final appearance. It's heartbreak for New Zealand. In spite of an outstanding effort from this man, Ben Smith was terrific today. But it is Netherlands. And there will be a referral here.
Bruce, are you there? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so New Zealand are claiming for a push of the defender to the attacker. Can you take that, please? Very much.
Okay, to confirm, I'm looking for a push on the attacker.
Yeah, on the dish. No, Vinicius, you don't care.
Well, we had one of these leading to a penalty stroke for the Netherlands.
I think it hit the stick. The deflection hit the stick.
Well, no harm in putting that referral in with the time pretty much up.
Yeah.
They had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
There is no clear reason to change your decision. New Zealand lose their referral.
Okay.
That is it then. Netherlands are through in the most dramatic circumstances possible, and full credit to New Zealand for making it as close in the end as it turned out to be. Fair game to the junior Black Sticks. They can really hold their heads high because Netherlands lorded over them for a majority of the 70 minutes, but right towards the end, they got that goal with 10 minutes to go. Van Bochum pouncing on a slight defensive error, and that led to a very, very tense last few minutes at the Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium. But in the end, it was the Dutch courage which got them through. The first half in particular, putting the pressure on their opposition and really getting that early goal in, which has led to a victory for them. It's been a lot closer than one would have thought. It's Netherlands 3, New Zealand 2. So Netherlands become the first team in this Hero Junior World Cup to confirm their place in the semi-finals. But it didn't come easy at all. They might have shaded the numbers, but Thierry Brinkman was quite outstanding today. 2 goals for him. One from the penalty spot for Tom Hebendahl, and doing enough to thwart off what was an outstanding fight back from New Zealand. Early on in the second half, getting that goal from the penalty corner. The final touch coming in from Nicholas Woods, and then a field goal right towards the end by Benedict van Bochum. This was how the second half began. Outstanding start, the best possible start, with New Zealand scoring and putting one back and bringing things back on level terms. 38 minutes this was, and Nicholas Woods just got a touch onto it. But just about a couple of minutes after that, Netherlands fighting back the only way they know how to. A couple of quick passes, the ball coming back through, and a final touch coming in from Thierry Brinkman. As easy as ever, but created to a great extent by his teammates. Just a minute after that, again they were moving forward, and this was Thierry Brinkman, and a touch on Roel Povender, the captain, was getting into a good position. And it was referred by the Dutch. They got the penalty stroke, and Tom Hebendahl converted his second penalty stroke of this Hero Junior World Cup in successive matches to take his team 3-1 ahead. And right towards the end, the scare given by New Zealand. Moving it nicely and beautifully done by Benedict van Bochum. Falling over, but making sure that he got a good connection on it. And in the end, hard break for the Kiwis. Junior Black Sticks, very, very competitive, but unable to get the job done. Shode Marina just having a few words for his team, words of encouragement. Rick Van Khan in that plaster, or a bit of a bandage, which might well force him out of the subsequent games. We are all in readiness for the post-match presentation of this first quarter-final. Let's go down to Charlie Broom.
Yeah, thanks, Dubai, and welcome to the Hero Player of the Match ceremony. I'm delighted to say I'm joined pitch side by the President of the International Hockey Federation, Leandro Negre, who's going to present the Hero Man of the Match trophy to Ben Smith, the goalkeeper from New Zealand. Leandro, if you'd like to do the honours, please. Ben not only picks up the Hero Man of the Match award, he also picks up a cheque for 12,000 rupees. So, Leandro, if you could do that as well. Ben hasn't quite got enough hands. So now the photos have been taken. Ben, if I can have a quick word. The Dutch game was always going to be difficult, but you put in a great performance.
Well, it's a team game at the end of the day, and I got a lot of support from the boys, so it's never down to one man, I think, and the guys just really gave me the lift I needed.
Absolutely, but you say that, but what was the game plan coming into this one, because the Dutch are such a difficult side to play against?
Yeah, we decided that we'd just half-court them and keep them sort of congested, hold the midfield and see if we could win turnover balls and then counter-attack. And it worked a couple of times. We got a nice PC and a good counter-attack goal, but at the end it was just too classy.
It must be difficult as well to put in a man of the match performance but still end up on the losing side. It shows the quality of your game.
Yeah, wow. That's what happens at this level, I guess. You can play as well as you can, and at the end of the day, they're a very good side. And
all right, Ben, well, listen, unlucky today. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament. Congratulations on your man of the match.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all the boys and all the supporters as well. Everyone back home. Cheers.
Thanks, Ben. Cheers.
Yes, it was an outstanding performance from the junior Black Sticks. When you look at the numbers, they do suggest that it was very one-sided, and truly it was. But New Zealand with a lot of action in the second half. Those 14 circle penetrations to 23. Just showing how hard they worked. A little bit of indiscipline, that's why they got those 3 cards, 1 green and 2 yellow, which proved to be crucial in the end, because that is when they conceded a couple of those goals. Well, New Zealand now will have to await the match between Australia and Germany, because that is the game where the loser will face them off for playoffs. But now that Netherlands are through, they will await the winner of that match, Australia against Germany. But the next game is Belgium against France. That's at 1:15. That's just about 35 minutes away from now. And we sure hope that you can join us for that one, because it promises to be yet another cracker of an encounter in these quarterfinals of the Hero Junior World Cup. And following that, we'll also have Malaysia against Korea in a terrific encounter of contrasting styles. Definitely a lot of speed and skill from the 2 Asian nations. So we do hope that you'll join us for the next quarterfinal in just a while from now. See you then.